Good morning, everyone.
Hola, amigos.
Why is music so... Oh, there it is. Okay. I must have done it right between the song. Today, joining me is Serafin, the Midnight Bard.
Buenos días. Me llamo el Midnight Bard. El Bard de la Medianoche.
What he said. I actually understood that. Okay.
I don't know what the Spanish word for bard is. Like, I've looked, but I refuse to believe it's bardo. That just sounds dumb.
That sounds right, though. That does sound right for Spanish.
It sounds right, but I don't like it.
Serafin el Bardo.
I don't like it. That's so it feels gross to say.
I don't like it. That feels disgusting. And I do have his links pinned to the top, and I have it, of course, in the description box in case you guys don't know Serafin the Midnight Bard, which I know a lot of you that are here do. But there are some new faces. Welcome, Derringer. Welcome,
Derringer.
Furberries.
Furberries.
Welcome, Dylan.
That's Dylan. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pronounce everything you say with a slight accent.
Okay. Welcome, As the Raven Dreams.
Ravan Dreams.
And welcome, King of the Canadian Hill.
King over the Canadian Hill.
You can take the boy out away from Latin America. You can't get the Latin America out of the boy.
I was doing a lot of different accents. That wasn't just Latin America, was it?
It was just...
I have this problem. I can't mimic a Spanish accent at all, despite the fact that I speak Spanish. But whenever they ask me to do a different accent, for some reason, it always defaults to Spanish. I don't understand.
Because you're thinking about it too much. You're like, I will do a different accent in Spanish. I will do a different accent in Spanish.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently the music is too loud. I will turn that down.
Le Delon.
Le Dillon. That'd be French, though.
Yeah, I was hoping it came across as French. Please tell me it was French.
Sorry, I also turned the music up because it had nothing, and then, yeah, no, 42 messed up. Sorry, guys. 42 likes to do that sometimes.
La musique. That's it. That's all the stream's gonna be. Just me repeating what you say in accents.
Well, I mean, me and Stormy friggin' just read songs to each other. And that was interesting. It was a very Spanish-French accent.
Yes. It was a very Spanish-French accent. Which reminds me, oh my gosh, like, okay, so over the past couple of months, I've been doing nothing but editing like this long work that I had to read through. It's over 14 hours of me editing my own voice. Why didn't anybody tell me I have a natural accent?
We have told you
Like,
this.
I'm like sitting there and listening to this. I was like, I didn't know this is, I mean, like, you know, whenever you edit like a story for YouTube, it's usually a short story, so it doesn't show as much. But like after like the 8th hour, I was like, holy cow, I have an accent.
Yeah, no, I've told you, you have a very unique accent. Your accent sticks out. It's not a bad thing.
Gosh, that was it changed my world, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, I was sitting there like having an existential crisis of like, how long has this been going on? Why didn't anybody tell me?
Because people did tell you. You just weren't listening.
I guess I wasn't listening. It's like, hey, Bard, you have an accent. And I'm like, thank you. It is great weather. I love the way your accent sounds, Bard. It's nice to meet you, too.
Yes, people do like your accent. Again, it's not a bad thing. You're very easy to understand, and yeah, no, and it's unique. It stands out.
Oh,
42
golly.
went southern for a second. It's not that. Look, my husband is from the south. What do you expect?
You know what's funny is like, yeah, okay, so Florida is in the South, but like they sound so Floridian.
Yes, but he's actually
Like they.
originally from Louisiana, so.
Okay, well, yeah, Louisiana sounds like the rest of the South, but for some reason Florida just doesn't, and I don't understand why that is.
It's because it gets a mishmash of a bunch of different people. So a lot of people from Cuba escaped up there, so you got that added. And then a bunch of people from all over who retire go down there. So you got, tons of different accents all mishmashing together. Accent 242.
Rando's here.
Hello, Rando.
Rando. I was waiting for you to say his name so I could say it with an accent, so I just had to point him out to you. I was like, Rando's here. Quickly.
Rando. No, say Rando.
No.
It is the Calgary, Alberta accent 242 has at times. Well, I've only lived in Calgary for like 2 years. I'm originally from BC.
I do have to say, like I gotta hand it to the people of Calgary for always coming to the rescue.
What do we do now?
Well, every time somebody's in trouble and then somebody comes to the rescue, they're like, the Calgary has arrived. That was a really bad joke, but I could not resist.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, dude. We're taking you back to Latin America. Get in the plane.
Get in the plane.
I was gonna say boat. I was like, no, that might be a line. Plane.
Oh, that's great.
No, furbearers, I'm not crazy, because BC is stupidly expensive. I wasn't making ends meet in BC. And Calgary's actually really nice. And actually, it gets worse. I'm originally from the Vancouver area. Good morning,
Danny Dreadful.
Good morning, Danny.
La Dani. Dreadful.
You're just having so much fun.
I don't even know what accent that was. I think Transylvanian?
We'll go with that.
All right, great.
Got lots of people talking in the chat today.
Yay.
Yeah, we got, hello, Miss Creepy Tales.
Miss Creepy Tales.
Sorry, Miss Kenya Tales. Yeah, it's now Kenya.
No, shoot. Dang it. What's a Kenyan accent sound like?
I've got no clue.
Dang it. Because I'm pretty sure at this point I've defaulted to French, like Spanish French, like Raven said.
MKT cult. Yeah, so someone tried to pretend to be Miss Creepy Tales to get money from people. It did not work. First of all, the PayPal had the name Pete tied to it. Yeah, totally. Miss Creepy Tales is totally Pete.
Right.
And Raven, doing his magic, found out where he, not where he lived, but, who he was and all that jazz. So we just got him, I think we got him taken down, maybe. But anyway, so but yeah, I think he lived in Kenya, so it's now Miss Kenya Tales instead of Miss Creepy Tales.
See.
And everyone changed their name to that.
I love it whenever jokes happen so organically like this.
Well, the problem was that me and Silver were both in the same thread at the same time, and a cult just happened. This is what happens every time.
It's a horror community. Why wouldn't there be a cult?
Yes, it's fair. Yeah. We do read really scary stuff, so a cult would really not be that scary.
Right? I'm like, a cult is the least of it.
It's the least of our problems.
It only gets worse from there.
I pretend to be Raven all the time. Half of the videos he uploads on his channel are me and not him. We sound alike.
Believe it. I believe it a lot. I take everything everyone says in good faith.
Scary alike. Well, I mean, it's so well that you can get into his house and, spill his ketchup everywhere.
Is that a thing he's done?
Well, he said that he did. I don't think he actually did it in any way.
Okay, well, Raven just confirmed.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. The fact that Derringer and I sound 100% identical. Totally true.
Thank you, Derringer. I spent exactly 30 minutes rubbing lemons and butter on myself this morning to achieve that smell.
That lovely smell.
Yeah, that lovely smell.
It sounds like
it's
Miss Creepy Peta, though. Pete, though.
Miss Creepy Pete. It's like, well, there was a joke in there somewhere, but I think the train left the station and now I can't think of it.
Bye.
I'm very sleep deprived.
I woke up Seraphine a little early today. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine because it's over. The book is done editing. It's done. It's finished, and I'm like, gosh. Whenever I finished, I swear I broke off into like the second verse of the Pokemon theme song, where I'm just like, every challenge along the way, with courage I will face. Dun, dun, dun. It's just like. You have no idea how liberating that feels to be done. I'm like, God, help me. It's over.
Well, okay, I haven't done an 18-hour worth of recording something, but I have felt that, yes. Yes, I have. I did, for the Halloween special, I did one story by Cryptic Wanderer, and it was over a half an hour. I don't normally do stories that long, just because I have troubles reading. Yes, I'm a narrator who has troubles reading. I'm working on it. My mouth and my brain don't like to talk to each other.
It's par for the course. It's weird. Something gets lost from the moment that your brain interprets what you read, and you having to say it.
And so,
like it's like, yeah.
And then I have really bad dyslexic like days or even weeks. So I think I was having one that, so my brain can read it perfectly fine, but it cannot translate it to my mouth. Like, it says the fox jumped over the box, and it's the box jumped over the fox. No. The box is the fox? No. Wait, what? I'm lost.
Yeah, it happens. I just realized I have the hardest time saying words that end in a TS. So, like, for example, fists. I always have that extra tss at the end. I'm like, fists.
Fists.
It's so frustrating. I'm like, gosh, I had to, like, every time a word ended like that, I had to, like, go highlight the last and then fade it out. I'm like, gosh, I'm like, I hate that I noticed this. I'm like, this is so bad.
I hate that I noticed this about myself. See you soon, Rando.
Derringer requests the Song of Texas. I think that's the Dairy Queen jingle where it goes DQ. That's what I like about Texas.
DQ? That's all you like about Texas?
Well, I love a lot of things about Texas. Not the traffic. That traffic can die in a fire for all I care, but it's just, why is everything spread so far apart? But for some reason, if you miss one exit, you have to travel 2 miles to find a turnaround. Why is that?
I don't know.
I'm so frustrated at that. I swear, every time I plan ahead to miss no exits because I hate turning around. That it is the worst. I'm like, gosh, like we were going to an anime convention, and I'm driving, and I'm asking my friend's navigating. This is before the cars had GPS, so he had to like look at a MapQuest printout, right?
Oh God, yeah, I remember those days.
Oh, it's horrible. So I'm driving, and what is it that uh, I'm like, okay, so where am I turning? And he says, oh, you're taking exit like 71. And I'm like, where's that? And he looks behind him and he goes, back there. I was like, you have got to be kidding. Like, I lost all faith in him that day. I'm like, I'm so done with you.
It's back there. God damn it! I can't turn around.
Oh my god, I was so frustrated. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Like, you gotta tell me before the exit, not after. Uh,
I could have been a fly in the car. Just see
I
the
see
glare that you gave him.
Oh man, it was I was so angry. But I noticed King of Canadian Hill has mentioned Texas toast, which reminds me, I'm in the process of doing like this very small As the Raven Dreams comic, where where Raven explains why he does not consider Texas toast toast. So that's coming down the pipeline. So be ready for it.
I might even have another comic idea for you.
Okay.
Let me just say hello, Dr. Grimm, before we continue. So, I wasn't aware of this. So Raven loves cabbage, and he got a 5-pound cabbage one time and posted it everywhere, which is great. I love it. Except in my mind, he is a bird. So he was a bird that flew onto the cabbage, threw off the other ones that were in his way, pecked at it, and then Patience picks it up for him.
I love that.
It's just how
the imagery in that is amazing. I love it. Oh my god, I love it.
And his exact quote was, yep, that's how it happened now. My current cabbage is 4.5 pounds. Yes, that's the cabbage he got recently.
Holy cow, that is a lot of cabbage. What do you even make with that much cabbage?
Oh, we're about to get a huge type out. Just hold your horses. He'll tell you exactly what he's making with all that cabbage. And
Oh, okay, great. Because like in my head, I'm like, I can only think of a couple of things that you would make with cabbage, and they all end in kraut. So I can't think of anything else.
Well, I mean, here you can make cabbage rolls, and there's other stuff you can do, like borscht, I think, has cabbage in it.
But wait. 242.
What?
Cabbage is round. It already rolls.
You take the leaves, you put the stuff inside the cabbage, you roll it, cabbage roll, you put red sauce over top of it, you cook it. Oh my god. It's a... What country does it come from? Because the same place where pierogies come from. Can't remember right now.
Put it on a tortilla. Do that every day for 2 weeks. So wait, you're gonna eat the cabbage for 2 weeks straight?
Yeah, he likes the cabbage.
Okay.
Welcome, Hair Raising Narratives. Welcome to the fun. He was on last time with King of the Canadian Hill.
Oh wait. I gotta do the accent. Hold on. Hair Raising Narratives.
Ukrainian. That's what it is. Yep, Ukrainian. It's all
It really was. I was going for Mexican.
No. That's what the food is. It's Ukrainian.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, are my accents really that bad?
No, you were fine. Sorry, I'm reading too, right? So it's just...
I was so concerned for a second. I was like, really? Ukrainian is what you got?
Man, I was really off the mark. I need to... Here is my voice acting certificate back. Here's the money I paid, and I'm going to just go over here.
I'm like, okay, I'm done doing accents. Obviously, I'm really bad at it.
He said it was that Mexican because you did really good.
Yeah, yes, it was.
No more puns for the rest of the show or else. You're at the wrong show. I'm very punny.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, have you met me?
The two of us are together. You're hooped. Oh, apparently Furberry's wife is Ukrainian. That'd be why. Yeah, I lived in a town with a lot of Ukrainians, so there was a bunch of... But yeah, no, I love pierogies, and I love borscht, and I love cabbage rolls, but problem is, they're very time-consuming to make yourself, and the freezer stuff isn't as good.
So I'm gonna use my context clues to make an educated guess that the Ukraine is in Russia.
It's around Russia, yes.
Okay, great. Score 1 for Bard.
I don't know if it's part of Russia, or I think it used to be part of Russia. I think.
Why are they Russian to get out?
Because it's Russia.
Oh, I'm sorry, Derringer. There's another pun.
Look, guys. Last week, I accidentally gave my wife a glue stick instead of lipstick. She hasn't talked to me since. Look, I have dad jokes for you too.
I spilled spot remover on my dog and he disappeared. Because the dog's name is Spot, you see.
I get it. No, I was laughing, but I took a drink when you said it. So I was trying not to spit out onto my computer. Because I'd be very upset. Rage, nothing but rage.
Yeah, I feel it.
We know how things go around here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Take in the puns.
Take them
Take
all
it all in.
He's got the angry face. Hold on, Derek. I probably have more jokes for you. Hold on. I subscribed to something for bad jokes. Just wait.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
That's beautiful.
A man walked into the doctor's office, all panicked. Doctor, I'm shrinking. The doctor replies, well, sir, you're going to have to learn how to be a little patient.
Okay, I don't understand the one that Raven put in. How do you get down from an elephant? You don't. You get down from a goose.
Oh, because you go down the long... I don't know. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be.
A friend of mine kept annoying me with puns about birds, Raven, but I taught him toucan play at that game. Toucan. It's a bird.
Oh gosh, that took me a second. I was like, I was sitting here like, wait a minute, what? Did I
down
hear
like
about
feathers. Okay. How do you down from an elephant? How do you get down from an elephant? You don't. You get down from a goose. Got it.
I don't get it.
So it's a certain kind of feather from a bird.
Oh, I see. I just read Raven's comment. Oh my gosh, I just saw Derringer's joke. I was about to ask because I thought it was serious.
Welcome, Patience, to the stream of puns.
Welcome, Patience. Or, as we call her in Spanish, La Paciencia.
I just bought a book called 101 Ways to Get Glue Off Your Hands. It's dreadful, but I can't put it down. Have you heard of Murphy's Law? You've heard of Murphy's Law. Have you heard of coleslaw? It's pretty much cabbage and mayonnaise.
Oh, that's another thing you can make with cabbage.
There you go, coleslaw.
It's just cabbage and mayonnaise? No wonder I don't like it.
There's more to it, but yeah. There's like pepper and stuff too. And different cabbages. You can use green cabbage and red cabbage, and they do have a little bit of different flavor to them.
There's different kinds of cabbage?
Yeah, there's red cabbage and green cabbage.
There's red cabbage?
Yes, there's red cabbage. I need to get you up more.
How long have I been inside?
For very long. He ain't technically mine, so go for it. Apparently. I'm not sure what.
Nah. Raven. Accidentally ate food coloring. I feel like I've died a little inside.
Just a little bit. Look, coleslaw can be done really bad really easily, but when it's done right, it's really good. There's a restaurant called White Spot here. Well, not here, but in BC. And oh my god, their coleslaw is friggin' amazing. It's like one of the few coleslaws I like, and I can't get it because it's mostly in BC.
I don't know. Like I never really liked coleslaw. So I mean, every time somebody's like, "But this one's really good," I'm like, "Is it just cabbage again?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh no."
No, this one has like nuts and stuff in it too. So it's got more of a crunch to it and stuff. I like this. It's the one I like. I was looking up Yu-Gi-Oh! Jokes for you. Saw that a kid got his... Well, I'm not reading that because you probably can read it better than I can.
A kid got his Solemn Judgment MST'd. He activated Solemn Judgment, and I've seen a dude do this, and it made me immediately sad. It's true, because it's a counter trap. So, I mean, like, if you try to MST it, you can still activate it. But why would you? Like, that's losing half your life points just to negate an MST. Unless somewhere in the chain something else was activated and you're trying to Solemn Judgment that. But I don't know. Speaking of which, hey Derringer, I've taken the exam at Konami to become a recognized Yu-Gi-Oh judge. So that's a thing. I passed. I mean, like.
Have a
like,
good one, Danny.
Bye, Danny.
Apparently, Raven likes the Caroline slaw, which has a vinegar base instead of mayo.
That's awesome. I do like the vinegar better. I guess I don't know. That's where my taste palette is at. I like the tartar things better. So like, what's it called? Coleslaw is just like, you know, cabbage and like what, brine or something.
Yeah.
Pickled cabbage or whatever.
Yeah, it's pickled cabbage.
I love the taste of that. But like, or not coleslaw, but like sauerkraut.
Yes.
I love the taste of that. But coleslaw is like, you know, kind of really mayonnaise-y, and I'm like, no, don't like that.
Yeah, so you would like Carolina then, probably. Or at least it's worth a shot to try. Hello, Cryptic Wanderer. Yep. Oh, speaking of him. So what I was going to say about him was, so he sent me a story, which was really good, but it was over a half an hour long. It took me 3 days to record it. By the time I was done, I just didn't want to do it anymore. Because I was just like, I am burnt out.
I believe you. Oh my gosh. Like, I told you about what happened to me, where like the 50-page story, like the file was corrupted. So everyone's all like, you should have saved a backup. And I'm like, sure, but I would have been saving the backup of a corrupted file.
Yeah.
You know, so like there was no helping this. It was just a mess. So like that's 50 pages, and I swear, like the moment I realized what happened, I slid out of my chair and I'm like, I want to scream. I want to scream. And then I remember what my grandpa once said to me. You know, he came up to me and he said, Seraphine, when life gives you lemons, you can cry about it, or you could be gangsta. So I just, you know, in one day, in 3 hours, reread 50 pages.
Holy.
And by golly, I put on the performance of a lifetime. You should have. It was, yeah. Like, I was like, okay, if we're going to do this a second time, we are just going to give them a heck of a show. And that's exactly what I did. And now, it was my least favorite chapter at first. Now it's my most favorite chapter, because That's how Serafin the Midnight Bard runs.
That's it. They're getting the show of their lifetime. Oh God, I would have cried. I would have walked away, had my cry, sat down, and started again.
Yeah, yeah, and I was tempted to, but I was like, it's got to be submitted by Sunday, man. You can't cry that long. I was like, all right, let's be gangsta then. We can cry after it's over.
Well, you see, I would have let myself just feel it for at least a little bit. Probably hugged my dog. I'm like, okay, gonna get up, gonna go do it, and I can cry more when I'm done.
Yeah. It was. Oh my God, it was a nightmare. I'm like, this is the worst possible chapter that this could happen with. I was like, I hate this so much.
Oh my God, yeah, that would.
And it was one of those chapters that had a lot of fists in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, God help me. I'm like, every time I run into it, I was like, oh, he swung his fists. I cringe a little bit every time I do it.
Look, I personally would like to go out like my grandfather did, calmly and sleeping, unlike his passengers who went out screaming. I don't know why I like that joke. I don't know why I like that joke so bad.
It's a great joke. Nobody knows how my grandpa went out, but like whenever he died, there was a bunch of like Italian guys in suits that showed up and just kept tapping his casket, saying, "We're gonna miss you, boss." I don't know what that's about.
It might be in the mafia.
I don't know. I made that up. However, I do want to hire some actors to do that for me when I go.
Cryptic Wanderer says, I'm kind of new to you, Seraphine, but I'm currently writing a story that your voice might be perfect for.
Oh, excelente.
And welcome, oh my God, a cult friend. Oh my God.
Oh, cold friend, welcome.
Except that you have to stutter like 6 times to get a cult out. Jesus.
If it was occult fists, we'd both have a problem. Oh my gosh. Derringer says, my grandpa told me, when life gives you lemons, get mad. What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager.
I don't want
your damn lemon.
Yeah, I have that on a shirt. I have that whole saying on a shirt.
Oh.
The bard is a wise guy. You don't have to hire me, Seraphine. I'll do it for free. When asked who I am, tell him I'm Fat Tony.
Oh my God.
Fat Tony.
Can I just say, I love the gangsters in The Simpsons because they're just so like, they play all the jokes so deadpan, it's hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know if they use those guys anymore.
I don't know if they do either, but I mean, I've been marathoning The Simpsons on Disney Plus, which is a task, let me tell you. But
that show's
every
been
time
around
they come,
almost as long as I've been old.
Yeah. So hold on. I saved one because I was like this is just such a cleverly written joke that I have to write it down somewhere because this is great. Hold on. Let me see. Looking through my database here, searching for pigeon. There we go. Okay, so the joke goes like, "You heard the boss. Find the rat. I found the rat. He's right here. That ain't the rat. That's the pigeon. I thought you was the mole. No, you're thinking of the guy who's the canary. But we all agree, we work in a business with a very rich lexicon."
You're not wrong.
I was like, that is such an excellently written joke. I was like, God help me.
God save me. I actually understood all what those really were supposed to mean.
I know, right? Why are they all named after animals?
Mm. Well, I mean, the canary used to be. You would send it down the mine. If the canary lived, you knew that was fine. If the canary died, you knew that the gas was too high in there and everyone would die. So I get that for the canary.
I thought the canary was like they call him a canary because he sings.
Yes. And they also
Yeah,
used to sing too down there, so you could hear them singing.
no, because Power Rangers.
Because of
I
Power
love it.
Rangers.
Uh,
But yeah, no. I know that the canary has to do with mining originally. Take care, Dylan. Have a good one. I got a
hasta
date
luego,
with
Dylan.
I got a date with Destiny. I hope she treats you well.
I don't know. I know a girl named Destiny. Is it the same Destiny?
I don't know.
Is it?
I can't remember which state Dylan even lives in.
I gotta tell you, what's it called?
Oh.
Destiny. Destiny has these kids, and let me just tell you about Destiny's childs.
Oh my god, I knew you were going there. I knew it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember Dylan's in Pennsylvania. He's near PA.
Oh, neat. That was in fact my jam.
Poor guy, he's probably like running, trying to get away as fast. Oh no, that was bad.
Yeah, because I mean, child isn't the plural, so
Yeah.
it would take. It would have been like, let me tell you about Destiny's children, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why isn't child's correct?
Because English is a hodgepodge of like 3 to 5 languages put into one language.
You're telling me that English is just 3 different languages standing on top of each other wearing a trench coat pretending to be one language?
Yes.
Neat.
If not more.
But I mean, in all, like part of me is like, like why can't childs be the plural? I mean, words are just constructs that we all agree to.
Yeah. This is true.
Yeah.
It would make more sense than children does. I could not imagine being an English teacher to someone who's foreign, like learning it as a second language. I'm like, okay, so here's pear, and this is pear, and these two are spelled differently. This one is a fruit, and this one is a pair of socks.
Alternative Night has joined us.
Hello, Alternative Night.
El Caballero Alternativo. Now, I do have to put this out there because, we're talking about like English being a bunch of different languages together. I found that German, which is one of the languages that composes it, is difficult to learn. But I had this teacher who really, really tried with me, and that just like opened my eyes to let me know that German people are really kind. But German children are kinder. Kinder.
Uh-huh.
Because they're spelled the same.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. I knew what you were going for there.
I
I was
love
staring
it.
at my mic like, really? This is German for children.
That's a joke that's better when you read it than when you speak it out loud. Because when you speak
Yes.
it out loud, it's just like it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
No. But by golly, I'll try. We have 2 different kinds of reactions. We have Raven, who's just like, no. And then we have King of the Canadian Hill, who's just like, yeah, let's go. And Derringer was excited to speak German with me, but then I crushed his soul, and he is dead.
Okay, maybe he will come here and spill my fucking ketchup then. And I don't come back.
I
Okay,
don't come.
we'll send Stormy over to make sure you're okay. I'm sure.
Stormy can.
Stormy
Yeah.
definitely can.
Stormy can, of course. Of course.
Derringer, you're German.
Derringer sounds like a German name, but I also know that Derringer is a type of gun. I always kind of assumed that it was that. Your ketchup is toast, 42. Texas toast.
I mean,
Oh Lord.
I could put the picture up of the picture I drew of Raven and his Texas toast love.
Yes. Do it.
I gotta find it.
Raven and his Texas toast love. I love it.
Hair raising also lives in Texas, so
Oh, neat. Surprisingly, I'm finding that a lot of us live in Texas. That's fun.
it's a big state.
It is a big state.
Why do you people torment me so? Because we love you. The Derringer
Cryptic
gun
Wanderer
is
said.
from Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground, spending most of its days.
Chilling out, Max, and relaxing all cool, and then shooting some bebop outside of the school. I said bebop, not b-ball. Damn it. Yeah, no. I retire from rap.
It's okay. None of us are good at rap.
I mean, I was
hard.
pretty good. Like, I used to do rap in college. Actually, there was like this one bar where they would host open mic, and I would do rap there all the time. I used to go by the stage name Little Flip Flip, and like I wasn't good, but I tried.
Little flip flip. You know that's not going anywhere, right?
Oh, I just realized that. Ah, damn it.
Yep. You are hooped yourself, man.
Oh no.
Sorry, dude. You did this to yourself.
Yeah, I did this to myself. Shooting Bebop, the guy from TMNT? Yes. The other one was Rocksteady. That's all I know about them. What one is like a rhino, and the other one's like I don't know what, like a warthog.
Oh right, I just drew him a thing saying thick bread. That's right. That's all I did.
Step aside, mumble rappers. Here comes little Flip Flip.
Hey, look. I would be a mumble rapper only because then you would be able to figure out that I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
Oh, I love it. I was like, okay, so I've always been like super musically inclined, but not like, like I play an instrument or I sing or anything, but like I enjoy music theory. And I was kind of like reading this Sleep Well. I was like, what is it? Watching this YouTube video where this guy was explaining how your voice is the most versatile instrument there is. And they're like, because no two voices sound the same, like their tone and their timbre and like this and that and the inflection. And they're like, this is why mumble rappers technically count as a form of music, because they can weave their words together instead of like using hard enunciation. And I was like, I don't agree with that. I don't know.
I'm trying to get this thing.
I'm like, yeah.
Turn. There we go. There we go.
Yep.
Took me a little bit to finally figure out what I needed to hit. There we
Little
go.
flip and toast.
There. There. I'll make Raven happy. I drew that for him.
It's beautiful.
At the time he had that mic. He doesn't have it anymore. I do though. I have that exact
I do.
mic.
I do too. That's the one I'm speaking into right now.
Same. Twinsies!
Yeah. Twinsies! I'm trying to come up with like some lines for what King of the Canadian Hill said. He says, "Lil flippin' toast, yo." And I'm like, there's a rap in there somewhere, but I haven't done it in so long. My rap muscle has atrophied. I keep thinking like flip, flip, and lil toast, something, something, gonna roast, yeah. And so that's all I got. But like I can't. I'm out of practice, like severely out of practice. So
That's
still
fine.
have my Yeti. I still have my Yeti, but I don't use it. Says Derringer. It is an excellent picture of Raven. It's in his colors.
Yep. No, I picked his colors. I even put "As the Raven Dreams" on his headphones. Hello, Timothy. Welcome.
Tim Duran. Hola. Tim just recently like achieved a milestone in his writing. You know, he like shared that with me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's incredible!" Because I mean, that was a lot of I mean, that's got to take a lot of effort, man. And I was just like, one of these days I'm gonna have to sit down and like finish writing the Exorcist novel, but I won't I can't be the one to narrate it for Audible because I can't say fists. Oh, Tim is finishing it within the next 24 hours. I'm rooting for you. Yeah, 100%. Give it hell.
Look, I'm not very good at drawing, guys. I did the best I could making a bird, all right?
What are you talking about? That's beautiful. Now every time I listen to one of Raven's stories, this is exactly how I'm going to picture him.
Just a giant bird sitting there talking into a mic.
In different shades of like magenta.
Yeah, different shades of color.
Yeah. That is precisely how I'm going to picture him in my head.
Now, I had a lot of fun drawing this one, and then I also did do... Hold on.
And a side of, and a plate of Texas toast on the side.
With tears raining down his face. I also drew that.
I don't see it yet.
Hold on.
There's a small delay.
There is a delay.
Oh yeah, that's me. I love it.
I cheated. I made sure I didn't have to draw hands.
I do that all the time. Hands are annoying, man. Like, okay.
Terrible.
As a person who's like done art like all his life, I still struggle with hands. Those are like the worst. There is one time where I knocked it out of the park, and it's a recent time because like in all my time drawing, I've never been able to do it. But whenever I did Fearsome's profile picture, the hand is the best I've ever done. I even like had to acknowledge it myself. I'm like, yep, that's not gonna get any better. I'm like, this is my Sistine Chapel right here. I've done it.
Patience. Hands are annoying, man. Seraphine. 2021.
What's behind your back, Bard? It's flowers for all of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're allergic to flowers, then it's chocolates.
And if you're allergic to chocolates, it's whatever your favorite food is.
Exactly. Because the Bard wants to treat you nice.
He wants to treat you good. That's what's behind his back.
Yeah.
It's not a knife.
A cult friend says, do you speak any Portuguese? And I do not. Spanish only, really. It can sound really similar sometimes, but yeah. If I'm allergic to my favorite food, what then, Bard? It's a pack of Burst of Destiny.
Yeah, for him, yep.
Yeah, for Derringer, Burst of Destiny. I wish you luck on your pulls. May you get a Destiny Hero Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. God knows I've been trying.
I'll take the flowers, thanks.
Okay.
That's what King said.
Yeah. You may have the flowers. What kind of flowers are they? I don't know. They're a little bit of this, a little bit of that. The bard's a bit of a botanist, you see, and he's taking care to selectively make sure that the flowers are unique and never before seen, with a very particular fragrance that can't be replicated. Because I live in a fantasy land, you see.
I'm not a degenerate. Well, I mean, Derringer, he might be.
I mean, I've been looking at all my locals to see if I can find the Lost Ark cards too, but here in Texas, it's a little difficult because, like I said, everything is so far apart. It's like you can't find something in this store, you gotta travel an hour to get to the next one. And if you can't find it at that one, you have a very difficult choice to make of whether to keep driving for another 45 minutes or to just give up and go back home.
I would give up and go back home.
Yeah. Gosh, like my wife collects Pokemon cards, right? And some days whenever we're both off at the same time, her favorite hobby to do is let's go looking for Pokemon cards. And oh, sweet mercy, that takes all day. And not because like it's not that it's not enjoyable. I'm like, hey, I love spending time with her, but it's like, oh, we're gonna drive all over Texas, aren't we? Why is everything so far apart? This is so terrible.
Welcome Never Sleep. He actually will be a guest sometime.
Yeah, I'm actually now that the book is finished, I'm gonna start working on some stuff that he submitted to me for a collab. So I'm excited to get started on that.
Nice. Very end of January. He's on January 29th. I can't remember everyone. Yes. So MCT was having a 1-year stream, and those 3 were on the stream. So I drew a picture for them as animals, but Raven is an animal, so I cheated.
If Raven is an animal, you should have made him a person.
Yeah, you saw how well I draw people. That would be a terrible idea.
No, just like a person, but we're like wearing a bird mask, like like a Native American headdress.
No.
So I just no.
No.
Okay.
But apparently, Space Bucaria is a penguin, MCT is a chicken, and Raven Mull is a raven. And I made sure it's pink, too.
Just like a person, but like wearing a face. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to wear one if you're trying to pass as a person. Which reminds me, I'm terrified of skinwalkers now.
Are you?
Yes. Like, gosh, I've been like, just when I go to work, I just like put the stuff to play in the background, and my YouTube is a very particular flavor because, I look at all the horror stuff. And I've come across like several different like Skinwalker like documentaries and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, those sound scary.
Yeah, skinwalkers. I would not want to meet a skinwalker.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, there was this one TikToker who's like, who just like really put fear, like I felt like chills everywhere because it's like, hey, are you ever concerned that your pet might secretly be a skinwalker? Oh, don't.
No. Skinwalkers always make a mistake. Always. There's something always wrong to be able to tell that they're a skinwalker.
Ooh, creepy.
I'm from Kansas, bro. Yeah, so Lace Bucaria says, give me nugs. MCT says, where's my Kit Kats? And Ravens is Texas, in quotes, toast. That's why he looks angry.
I love it.
There you go, guys. That's some art.
Derringer says, watch the documentary on Skinwalker Ranch. I've seen a couple.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that the guys from BuzzFeed Unsolved didn't go there before, like, at the, like, they're on their last season and they haven't gone there.
They're too scared. Duh. I
Well,
don't know.
I mean, yeah.
Kansas Electric Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, that would be so terrible. Like every time that you pretty much have to lure them to where your extension cord can reach.
Well, no. I think No, I'm wrong. No, they all have extension cords. There's no battery operated chainsaws because it takes too much power.
I thought there was.
I don't think so. Not that I've seen.
I could have sworn there was. I mean, I used to like work at a Sears in the lawn and garden section. So we used to sell like a bunch of that stuff, but there was like a lot of like those what do you call it, landscaping tools that had batteries. They weren't good batteries. I mean, they weren't gonna last forever, but they held a charge for a little bit.
I guess I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've been with their chainsaws. I do work at a hardware store, but I mean, I don't pay attention to the products. Pay attention to the
Yeah,
products.
I mean, I had to be one of those annoying salesmen. So I mean, I had to pay attention to them. And be like, hey, how would you like to buy this electric pole saw from Craftsman? And
The funny part is, I
nobody.
work at Lowe's and we sell Craftsman.
Oh, that's good because I hear Sears is going out of business.
Sears has gone
So
out of business.
I was sad to see Craftsman go because hey, their stuff was kind of legit. I'm not gonna lie, and I like their lifetime warranty where if something breaks, just take it to a place and they'll just give you a new one. I was like, this is perfect. I love
Actually,
this.
Canadian Tire does that here too. They have a lifetime guarantee on most of their stuff, like their hand tools and stuff. Lifetime guarantee. I actually
Very cool.
had a screwdriver that I guess something was wrong with the metal and it like got wrecked really fast. They're like, okay, here's your new one. Have a good one.
Neat. I have to address King of Canadian Hill here. He says the Cool Boys might do it for the last show. I really hope so. And now that I know that you're a fan, also King of King of the Canadian Hill, are you a Shaniac or are you a Bugara? I gotta know. I gotta know.
McDonald's does that here. Jesus. And
Like if you have a bad Big Mac, they give you a different Big Mac? Like how does that work?
oh, you eat the Big Mac, you poop it out, they give you a new Big Mac, but you do have to pay for it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's how they get you. That's how
Yeah.
they get you.
And it's actually called Mastercraft here, and that's Canadian Tire's brand. It's Mastercraft. So if you grab anything Mastercraft, they replace it. Really good. I like it. I have a lot of my hand tools are Mastercraft. So
A lot of my hand tools came from the dollar store, which is why they're always breaking.
yeah, that'd be why they're breaking.
Yeah, I mean, like I know, like like I said, I used to what's it called, do the hardware thing, but uh, they're so expensive when you gotta get the good ones.
Well, you see, I lucked out. They had a really huge sale on tools, like all the tools. So I got probably about $400 worth of tools for like 200, I think it was.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I would have done that.
Yep. So I've got a
Yeah.
bunch of hand tools and stuff. How could you?
Like I couldn't like I so here's the thing. I didn't buy any tools, but one time during like a Christmas sale, they had like this Craftsman roll around storage cart, and I got that. So I just have like this toolbox with no tools in it. It actually holds my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but we knew that.
We knew that was coming. We
Yeah.
know how the bard is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so funny when I started seeing Craftsman in the friggin' Lowe's. I'm like, that's a Sears product. But Stanley bought the rights to the name. So take care, Furberries.
Hasta luego, Furberries.
Yeah, so it's not. I don't think it's in the Lowe's exclusive. So
King of the Canadian Hill is a Shaniac, which is fine. But let's see. I gotta ask, how have you seen the latest episode? How excited were you to see that Apple Tater was back?
Yeah, Apple
Because
Tater.
I lost it. I was like, oh no, it's like Apple Tater is here. Uh, but anyway, yeah, Stanley buying Craftsman.
Yeah, they bought him out. Stanley owns quite a bit of. Stanley also owns DeWalt now, and DeWalt's not as good as it used to be.
DeWalt is not as good as it used to be. I have like this DeWalt thing that I use on my car, and like I was surprised how fast it broke. Like straight up, I was like, oh, wow, this is not the same quality I remember.
Yeah, Stanley bought it. They brought it down for. It's not as good. Not even close. I don't buy DeWalt.
Well, that's upsetting.
This is what I get
Welcome
for working in a hardware store.
Welcome, Celeste.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Power Tool Show.
Yeah,
I'm Tim. I'm Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
I'm his assistant. What was his name again?
Al Borland. Al Borland.
Yeah, Al. I'm Al. Because I am definitely not the lady who was wearing the bikini when the store starts. Heidi?
Heidi. Yeah.
No, that's not me.
That was the show that I would watch when I came home from school because it's what was on.
I loved that show.
Wilson was my favorite.
Yeah, that gentleman passed away, I think, finally.
Oh, did he? Oh, no.
Yeah, Wilson passed away, from what I remember, which sucks, but I think they only revealed his face twice in the whole show.
Yeah.
It was really well done. I loved that show. It was quite clever.
Okay, so Raven mentioned
Wes Borland, the lead guitarist for Limp Bizkit.
Now, is Limp Bizkit the people who sing All the Small Things?
No.
No, right? I'm wrong, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah.
They actually just came out with a new album, which literally is called Limp Bizkit Sucks. Or something like that. Hold on. It's just yeah.
That's Blink 182 they're telling me.
Yes.
Okay.
They're from Florida.
Are Blink 182 and 242 related?
No.
Blink 136, says Derringer. So now we have some Discord going on in the chat.
Oh, it must be the song I'm thinking of.
What is the bodily function plus the numerical code to the band that sings All the Small Things? I must know.
That's right. Limp Bizkit Still Sucks is the name of the album. That's actually what they named their album.
Apparently I can't spell biscuit.
They are barred 242, 182. His tots together. I did it all for the Nookie. Yep, that's one of their songs. That's one of their biggest songs.
I'm
album
looking up
Limp
their...
Bizkit Still Sucks. Yep.
I'm literally like Googling their songs because like that is a genre that I was like that I always kind of like hung around but never like really delved too much into.
They're
the guys that sing "Rollin', Rollin', Rollin'."
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I actually don't like Limp Bizkit because I don't find that their music really stood the test of time. A good one that was similar is not Blink 182. Linkin Park. They kind of did a similar thing, and they were actually good, and their music actually stood this test of time. Because, it's not all about just having sex.
Is that all Limp Bizkit sings about?
Really, yeah.
Oh, okay.
their name of their band is a penis joke.
Is it?
Limp Bizkit.
I see it now. Yes.
I am not a fan of Fred. No.
It looks like they did like a cover for Behind Blue Eyes.
They might have recently. I can't remember.
2003 it says.
I don't know. I wasn't that big into Limp Bizkit. I just told you that.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, like I don't really know them that well either, but I mean, I'm just like looking at their stuff on Google here.
I actually wear a ring that has a LP on it for Linkin Park for when Chester passed away.
Oh, you said LP as in, like Linkin Park, not LP as in Guard Dragon LP.
No. It's the Linkin Park symbol. I wear it on my finger all the time.
God, Linkin Park was my jam in high school, though, man. I was like no kidding. Like I would like listen to all their songs, not because I owned the CDs, but because I would go online and look at anime music videos with their.
Yeah. Yep.
Them and Evanescence.
Okay, look, I was into Evanescence before that, but Evanescence like speaks to my soul, man. Like.
Yeah.
Look.
I'm kind of like a Foo Fighters kind of guy,
Amy is my spirit animal, okay?
Oh, yeah, like Amy Lee from Evanescence?
Yes.
God, that woman can hit some notes, man.
God,
I mean, like, I remember, like, the first time I listened to, like, Bring Me to Life, I was like, I am enamored with this voice. I'm like, I love this.
I found out with them. So, Evanescence, their first album was a gong show. Because she was one of the first ever female singers for a rock band in like the recent decades, they didn't want her. They wanted a male singer with her. So they can get this album, they had the Daredevil coming out and they're like, oh God, we have you have the perfect song, blah, 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 but we need you to have a male voice in it. And she's like, fuck. So
that's why they did like the guy who was featured in it.
Yes, it was just so they actually could make their friggin' album. She didn't have lines for him, so she had to add them, but she made sure that they fit in and they were her lines, because she, like, her and the lead guitarist that's not there anymore, he left shortly after they got famous, they made sure it sounded really good. And so she actually finally got to redo the album, basically, and redo that song how she wanted it. Because, of course, they became huge. But yeah, they're like, the first introduction to our band is going to be with this male extra singer that is not part of the band in any way.
Right.
So, yeah, so
right.
They were really iffy about it. But yeah, no, Evanescence. And Evanescence means to be around for a short time.
Well, I don't think they accomplished that.
No, and her and the lead guitarist came up with that name, and yeah.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Hold on.
It's, I mean, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, that because it's not quite metal, but it's like, it's leaning in that direction.
It was new metal. There was they were going for something different, but apparently it means a quality of being fleeting or vanishing quickly. Evanescence did not achieve that.
No, yeah, they've been around forever.
Yeah, they've been around since 2000.
But that was like all that was in my mix CDs that I would do was like Evanescence and Linkin Park and Foo Fighters, which was a little more lighter than, was a lot more lighter than what Evanescence and Linkin Park went. Because I mean, they had like this very strong, like, I don't want to say emo, but kinda, like very like very dark, very angry sound almost. And, Foo Fighters was like, there goes my hero. And I was like, yeah, okay, this is a little lighter. So it was kind of like the spot in the playlist. It would be like track 4, where it's like, okay, we've had 3 angry tracks. Now we need to lighten the mood. And then we can get angry again.
Wait, Ben Moody. It was Ben Moody that was in the band, and they dated. I wonder if that's the guy that she couldn't stand.
It looks like those guys are making a van.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, okay. And then he's
Like a Volkswagen van? Like the classic kind? Like like the one that was a character in Cars?
I'm thinking of a different Moody. But yeah, no, he left shortly after, and she apparently said that it was the best thing that ever happened that he left. He was not a good fit for the band anymore. Hey, Gamma.
Gamma has arrived, Brother Gamma.
But yeah, no, I really liked Evanescence growing up. I remember I listened to that CD so many times, I almost wrecked it.
Okay, what is your favorite track from that CD? Gotta put you on the spot here.
I have to think about that. Hold on. It's really hard because the whole CD was like everything, but it's probably Going Under.
Oh man, like okay, so again, whenever geez, I first heard Evanescence, it was Bring Me to Life, and that I was like, I am enamored with this voice. But whenever I heard Going Under, I was like, oh my god, just like hit all the right notes, why don't
know.
you? Like,
apparently, what she really wanted to say instead of I'm going under is I fucking left you.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Because it's about a bad relationship, and how she's lost in it. And she's like, yeah, I didn't want to say I keep going under. I wanted to say I fucking left you, but, you know, it doesn't really work in a song.
Yeah.
So, that and Hello, but which you will never hear her redo ever again. That was specifically for that album, and she never did it live, and she never will do it live.
Why is that?
Because that one's about her sister passing away.
Oof.
And her coming home and finding out her sister passed away. And that speaks to me, because that's exactly what happened to me too. So, yeah, so that one really speaks. It's like one of the shortest songs written-wise, but it's actually one of the longest songs on the album because of all the music interlude into it.
Yeah, it's like 3 minutes and 40 seconds. The longest song on the album is like Whisper at 5 minutes. It looks like every song has an average of like about 4 minutes, so...
I thought it was longer than that. It was still a fairly long song for how many words were in it.
Unless there's an extended version. I mean, it might have been like there was just...
No, there isn't. That's the only version. It's just that one. Again, she will never, ever, ever redo it.
There's just... I'm looking at the track list and I'm like, I love all of these songs.
Yeah, no, exactly the same.
So, I mean, I think I would have to agree with you. Going Under is probably my favorite. But whenever the mood hits just right, My Immortal, like...
Oh, God, yes.
Just... It sticks.
Everyone's full.
I'm
like totally sticks.
Oh yeah.
Again, Amy Lee is my spirit animal. I don't know how she did it, but she found my life and just wrote songs that completely fit it somehow. I don't know how she did it.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Which is probably why the band did so well, because it spoke to so many people.
Oh yeah. It had nothing to do with the fact that Amy Lee was just absolutely amazing.
That's exactly what it had to do with it. She found music that fit, and then her voice is just, like, amazing.
Yeah.
We're totally sipping for Amy Lee right now.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Amy Lee, if you hear this, I love you. You're amazing, and you got me through my teenage years.
Derringer says, Down with the Sickness is my favorite song by them. Surprisingly, I did get into Disturbed because of Evanescence, because I was like, okay, so I like music on the harder side now, apparently. I don't know. And I was just started asking my friends who were into like Evanescence with me at the time, because we were a group. And they're like, oh, well, have you heard Disturbed? And I was like, I have not. And so they lent me a bunch of CDs, and yeah, like I was like, okay, so yeah,
Their
this is where my music taste is.
The first album is actually horrible. It is so early 2000s. Oh my god. Down with the Sickness is the only song that I can think of that really stands the test of time on theirs first one.
For sure, yes. No kidding. 100%, yes.
Because all the other songs I can think of are very repetitive, which was very early 2000s.
For me, like their better songs came with their later albums. Like for example, for me, 10,000 Fists was,
Yes.
which I hate. I can't say 10,000
10,000
Fists.
fists. 10,000 fists. In the air.
But I love it. I mean, that was like my favorite one. And let's see, they also, what was the other one? Gosh, they did a cover for a Genesis song.
Darkness.
Land of Confusion.
Oh, Land of Confusion. Because I love their
Yeah.
the Sound of Silence that they did. I think it's better than the original. Personally.
Here's my hot take. If you do a cover for a song and you do it better than the original, that's your song now.
Yeah, but I mean they didn't write it, right? So.
Yeah, because I mean, like here's the thing. I'm like, look, Johnny Cash did a cover for Hurt from 9 Inch Nails, and that's just his. That's his song now.
Oh no, he's dead now. But 9 Inch Nails flat out said that he did an absolutely amazing job. He completely changed it. He changed the tone, and same with Sound with Silence. They totally changed the tune and made it more. I want to say theatrical. Yeah. Like it drew more out of you. It made it more of a journey. And same with Hurt. He drew it out. He made it seem like it was this journey he was putting you through of his life.
So like no disrespect to like 9 Inch Nails or what's it called?
Garfield.
Who's the other person that we're talking? Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah,
Simon and Garfield.
Look, I never listened to them, okay?
You know, hey, you guys lost your songs. I hate to tell you, but those aren't your songs anymore.
Yeah, whenever I hear Sound of Silence, it's only Disturbed that goes through my head, and same with Hurt. But yeah, no, sometimes it's quite astounding what musicians. Actually, Papa Roach redid "Cut My Life into Pieces," "Last Resort." But they did it with another person, and they redid it for the 20th anniversary. It is better than the original.
No kidding. Oh, I gotta go check that out.
I can't remember who they did it with, but yeah, it's brand new. This new guy came out. He had done a version originally. They grabbed him, and they put the two together, and it's amazing. And like the little teenage me is like, yeah, this is my last resort.
Cut my life into pizza. This is my plastic fork.
Oh God, you and my husband both do that every fucking time.
In all seriousness, all I can think about right now is Amy Lee doing a collab with Within Temptation. That would be like, I would die.
I actually don't know that band. Sorry.
You don't know Within Temptation?
No.
Oh, I gotta send you some tracks.
Apparently.
Within Temptation. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you gotta listen to "Shot in the Dark." Like, if you like Evanescence, "Shot in the Dark" by Within Temptation, you're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, have I been transported back to my teenage years? What is this?"
Doesn't take that hard for me to get transported back to my teenage years. Put the first album by Evanescence on. I am 15
King of the Canadian Hill agrees with me. King of the Canadian Hill knows where it's at. He's like, Bard, yes, and I'm like, yes, absolutely. Like Evanescence with Within Temptation. Ah,
must have. Hold on. I might know them. Hold on. It might be one of those bands I didn't fully get into.
Alternative Night also knows Within Temptation.
Oh, maybe.
Raven says his music taste has shifted so hard. I agree. Because, you know, dude, like when I was in high school, like that I liked the harder rock, but now I'm kind of like all over the place. Like Like there isn't a genre that I dislike. There's just individual musicians within the genre that I don't click with. So, yeah, it's kind of like for example, like I like rap, but I think a lot of the mainstream rap has kind of lost its way.
Yeah.
So a lot of I like a lot of like indie rappers. Um, I like pop, but I think there's a lot of talent that just gets kind of overshadowed because whenever like it become in order for it to be pop, they gotta like fit this image, and I feel like it just kind of loses a lot whenever you're trying to conform to feed the masses.
Yeah. Yeah, they're supposed to be this
So
whole like rich, like I throw all my money around, I get all the hoes. And it's like, okay,
dude, like, and back then, I mean, like, rappers were just rapping about having fun. And
yeah,
it's just categorically different, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, sometimes whenever you need to get in the zone, get into that mindset where you need to kick some butt, listening to the rappers that say I throw my money around, perfectly fine because they embody that attitude that you can't hurt me, I'm too big for you, you
mm,
know?
yeah,
And but the thing is, it doesn't have the same level of poetry, I feel.
no,
You know?
no,
So
it's
that
very two-dimensional. I throw my money around and I get all the hoes. 242, 2021. I did say that. Hello, Infinite. I meant to say hello earlier.
infinite psychosis. Hello.
Okay, yes, I said that, but I was quoting other people. I have no money. And I don't get the hose.
And like the weird thing about it is, it almost feels like a lot of the popular music, a lot of the popular acts in music kind of follow the same trend. Because if
Yep.
you listen to a lot of country right now, a lot of countries just like the more popular one is I'm rich,
Yep.
like check out how rich I am. But it's just it loses a lot of what made it what it was. Me personally, I'm not a fan of classic country. I felt like it's too sad.
My dog died.
But
My wife left me, and that happened only an hour ago.
yeah, really, I feel like it's really sad. I'm like, come on, guys, like cheer up a little. God damn it. but, but every now and then you'll find something like that's very upbeat, and it's like this is what country is. It's like we don't care about the finer things. We care about living life, and I'm like, I love that. Um, I can't think of like a lot of examples because all I could ever think about when I think of classic country is sad country.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's the problem.
yeah,
Red Solo Cup. But that's not
red
really.
solo cup. I
And,
pick you up. Let's have a party.
oh god, that was so much.
Derringer knows. Derringer knows. Like, I don't know. Like, as far as country goes, I mean, like, my favorite for a while was Toby Keith. The guy that's like, I want to talk about me, want to talk about, I want to talk about number one. Oh, my, me, my, what I think, what I like, what I know, what I want, what I feel. But, you know,
It's just the fact that you had that all off the top of your head. That's
I
what
like
I'm
I
laughing
said,
at.
I enjoy music, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, like, when I named myself the Bard, it was more than just the stories.
Copyright claim incoming. Look, we did have music in the background. It's all good.
It's a cover. It's a cover. Covers are protected.
Fair use. Fair use.
Yeah, fair use. Fair use.
Look, I'm not that big into country. I liked some country growing up, but not very much. So,
Yeah.
Shania Twain was my biggest one.
Oh God, Shania Twain was huge.
Mm-hmm. Feel
Couldn't go
like a
no-
woman.
All the guys in high school who sang that unironically.
My husband used to, but that's because the only things they were allowed to listen to were Christian rock and country.
Ooh, Christian rock like Skillet. I love Skillet.
I do like Skillet, but I think this is before Skillet was out.
Oh, okay. And that guy, like what? Like the Newsboys?
Well, he didn't listen to it. He listened to country, and they used to scream, "Man, I feel like a woman" down the down the hall all the time, because it's country, so they were allowed to
It
listen
is.
to it.
It is country.
Yeah, he only did it
It
for
is
like
country.
2 years. He was in I think it was a Catholic school. Ugh.
Mm.
Which is very funny because they pretty much kicked him out because he kept asking too many questions.
About country music?
About God.
I'd get kicked out anywhere from like asking too many questions about country music.
What's wrong with a man feeling like a woman? Nothing.
So
There is
what you're
absolutely nothing. But back then, people weren't talking about trans things. So,
so
they did it ironically.
okay. All I could think about here is like, okay, so let me just ask, where is Copperhead Road? Like, just picturing me asking all these questions about country music. So it's like, okay, so for how do you boot scoot and boogie? Like, if
How
Uncle
do you
Sam
know
raised
that
it,
you feel like a woman? Like,
how
how?
do you know? Like, okay, if man, I feel like a woman, don't you just woman you feel? I don't like, trying to like wrap my head around it. Like, I don't.
Seraphine,
Does not
go
compute.
into the corner. We've had this conversation. Shut up.
Does not compute. Creed. Yes, I loved Creed, man. I did. Like, with Arms Wide Open was like
With
unironically one of my
arms
favorite
wide
songs.
open. Evanescence actually was originally labeled a Christian rock band, because
That's true.
she does talk about her faith in there, but she also talks about other things. She finally, I think they shook it off, completely.
Yeah,
So
I
she
mean,
doesn't
like,
really
I mean,
talk about it that much anymore. So
it,
get Stormy in here so we can duet some Creed.
dude. Like, anytime we want to do a stream where all we do is sing Creed covers, I'm in.
I don't know any Creed cover. Like, I only know like that one Creed
Uh,
song. No
Gosh,
Stormy.
Freedom Fighter was great, where it's like, what is it? Like, the amounts of envious always find another door. They something gates of paradise and beat us down some more. I was like, hell yeah, man, this is my jam.
This is my
I
mamma
think they
jamma.
should because they want it. Yeah, Raven knows. Raven knows.
This is what you get for having the bard on. You'll talk about music.
Oh yeah, no, I'll talk about music with anybody, man. Like, it's one of my passions. I'm just not good at musicking.
Bards told stories in the old, like, that was what they were for. They were telling stories. They just would do it normally through song.
Right, right.
Stormy's at a
Like,
wedding, but I'll message him. What if?
what if I? Yeah, they know. It's like they have the soundtrack to my childhood.
Music and puns. I love it. Patience 2021. Knowing him, his soul is on, and I messaged him during the quiet part. Knowing him, his sound is on, and I messaged him during the quiet part. Oh my god.
Oh man,
Oh, you would do that, Derringer.
dude,
My
I'm not gonna
phone's
lie.
on
Like,
silent all the time.
uh, I went to a funeral when I was younger, and I had my ringtone on, and it was "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley. And somebody messaged me, and
Never gonna
yeah,
give
like,
you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn
I
click.
like when I tell you everyone turned to look, I was like, oh no.
I'm never going to give them up. I'm never going to let them down. I'm
I was
gonna
like,
go
listen.
leave outside and turn around.
Everyone stares at me, and I'm like, look, we're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I.
Well, I mean, that would be your luck. I mean, you married the woman that you took to a Spanish exorcist.
To an exorcism. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And somehow she didn't leave. I don't know. I still don't know how you married her. I'm like, that was an exorcist. What the hell just happened?
Oh my god. Maybe I have a great personality? I don't
Maybe your luck is just amazing.
I know, right?
Yeah, no. God, I listened to Disturbed before I ever listened to Evanescence, and that was due to all those anime like videos. I remember listening to one about Ichigo or not Ichigo, sorry, Inuyasha, and they had Down with the Sickness. Like, I fucking love this song. What is this song?
Gosh, every time I'm getting sick, that's like my go-to. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm coming down with something. Get up, you're coming down with the sickness.
And apparently he's not talking about his own mother, because apparently his mother is amazing.
Yeah. It's like okay. That was the one part like of the song where like the first time I heard it, I was like, I love this, and then it gets to that part, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, most anything that's clean cuts that out, but they do not cut it out very cleanly. You can tell there was a skip.
Oh no, you can tell absolutely. What was I gonna say is about Disturbed. There was something else about them.
I used to use the obnoxious ringtone. Was in one of the Geico commercials. I forgot to turn it on silent when I was in the hospital. Raven, she did. She was at the hospital and her phone was like ring a ding 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 ding.
I love it. Oh, but like no, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, so whenever I'm getting sick, like I love to quote down with the sickness, but whenever I need to wake my wife up, I love using System of a Down. Like, wake up, grab a brush with a little makeup, and she's like, I hate it when you do that.
Yeah, no, I love System of a Down growing up too. That was another big one. They're getting back together apparently.
Really interesting.
Yeah, they broke up because they didn't think anyone was getting their message. They had a message?
Are they getting the message now?
I don't know. They just got back together. I think they're making a new album too.
What about Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about them, but...
No, I mean, like, did you like them?
Oh, I liked a couple songs, but I wasn't big on them.
Yeah, like, I wasn't huge on them. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty cool. I mean, yeah. They have some bops.
Apparently, I'm wrong. They're touring.
Are they touring? Interesting. Very cool.
Yeah, I have to keep that away from my husband. He'll make me go.
Oh, man. One of my favorite metal bands is coming to my city, and I'm just like, I have got to go because they're European. So, like, they very rarely tour in the States. So, like, whenever they're like, yeah, whenever Nura Luhimo says, we are going to the United States, and we will be stopping by Texas. I was like, yes! That's not her accent, by the way. She does it way better.
Oh, no, I know exactly what their message was. I was kidding around. I understood what the message was. I was just making a bad joke.
What was their message?
Being against the establishment.
Oh. Well, that should have been obvious.
Yeah, it is. It's just they thought there was too many fans just thinking it was fluff, and it's like, no. Hold on.
In all fair, I mean, some bands do that. You know, like some bands, like in order to like draw in a crowd, will say really controversial things that they don't necessarily believe or agree with, and it works out for them. But then pretty soon after, they end up looking like sellouts.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't doing that though. They were legit. That was their message. Hold on. I'm trying to see, because Evanescence is actually on tour right now.
Ooh, is they? It's good.
With Hailstorm.
I love Hailstorm. Oh my god.
Yeah, actually, apparently, Hailstorm, the lead singer,
Lizzie Hale.
She actually idolized Amy Lee growing up.
Oh, I believe it. I mean, she must be ecstatic to be touring with her.
Did I miss them? Are they not coming to Canada? Oh, they did. They went to Montreal. This is past stuff now. Did they only go to fucking... Oh, I hate when they do that. Bands do this all the time. They hit like Montreal and Toronto and maybe Vancouver and never go anywhere else. And it drives me up a goddamn wall. I'm like, do you have any... They were in Seattle, Washington, and they didn't even go to Vancouver.
Yeah, that's the worst because I mean, like, I'll be sitting here, like, sometimes they'll be like, okay, we're doing a tour through Texas and we'll hit Dallas and Austin, and I'm sitting here like, cut and shoot, cut and shoot, cut and shoot, and they're like, no.
Well, but you mean, like, when I lived in Vancouver, I mean, they used to come all the time. But, hold on, I'm just seeing if they ever hit anywhere else in Canada. Because I'm actually now going to be furious if they didn't hit anywhere else in Canada. Doesn't look like it. Oh, Toronto. Oh, but that's in 2017. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah, so yeah, no, they're not... You gotta be kidding me. They're not coming to Canada.
Oh, they're coming near me. Oh, but that's next week. I can't make that.
Yeah, I think the first one is you. California, Australia. Yeah, Houston, Texas. Yep. The 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On the 21st. I'll be at a wedding that day, so I can't make it. That sucks. I'm gonna have, and you know, and I'm the best man, so I can't exactly bail, so unless I'm gonna call my homie, be like, hey man, you wanna like just hold your wedding at the Evanescence concert?
Yeah, they're not. They only went to Montreal. That's all they went to. Are you... Oh... I'm livid. I am actually mad. You know how far away Montreal is from me?
Considering the size of Canada, I'm gonna assume it's like equidistant, like California to New York.
Not quite, but it's probably it would be a 3-day drive one way, I think. It would... King of Canadian Hill, who lives the province right next to it, would still have a hard time getting there.
It's like driving in Texas.
Well, yeah, it's huge.
Why is everything so far? I don't understand.
But yeah, no. So they only went to Montreal, and I live in Calgary. I live in a major city. Like a lot of time they go to Calgary instead of Edmonton now, and they didn't. They were in Seattle, Washington, and didn't go up to Vancouver, which would be easier for me to get to. Vancouver is a 7 + 5, so 12-hour drive.
Oh, that's nightmarish.
It is, but 242 is
I don't like living in big cities. I lived in New York for a while, and I hated it. And not because it's a bad place to live. It's exciting, but it takes a... You know, you have to be the kind of person that likes to live in a city or that was born and raised in a city. And for me, it didn't quite do it because I'm like, there's everything's so close, so it feels claustrophobic almost, you know? I kind of like the open space, you know. I like the way that Texas is set up.
Bard, I'm going to send you a picture of what it looks like outside my house, and you won't feel like it's claustrophobic.
Okie doke. I'm excited to see.
I'll show you later.
The one thing I miss about New York is that everything was so close. Like
everything. Oh my God.
Don't even have to drive. Just walk. You know, you want Chinese? Walk to the corner. There's Chinese. You need a bookstore? Walk to the other corner. There's a bookstore. I'm like, I love that. But like it's a trade-off because now I live in Texas. It's like, you want a bookstore? Are you ready to drive 45 minutes? And I'm like,
Well, it's
why?
because they were um, built in different times. New York
Well,
was
yeah.
one of the very first ever cities in the States. So it was built with people having to get horses and having to walk everywhere. Well, Texas was more built when the car existed.
That's very true.
Not perfectly,
And
but that's why. So the further west you go, the less things are close to each other. We have the same problem here. I can walk to the grocery store because the grocery store is only 2 blocks. But most things are pretty far from each other. Like my
I
work
was gonna.
is 20-minute drive.
That's not bad. 20 minute. I mean, well,
One way.
uh,
At least it's all on a highway.
yeah, yeah. It's like all one way. Like my commute before I started working from home because of COVID.
Yes.
My commute used to be like an hour and 20 minutes one way. So like
Ugh.
I would have to drive an hour and 20 minutes to get to work, and then I would have to drive an hour. It would actually be worse on the way back because we'd have the rush hour traffic. So I'd average roughly like about 3.5 hours worth of driving a day.
Ugh. Nope. I wouldn't do that job.
Oh no, yeah, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. The only reason I did it is because I had quit my previous job to go to this one, and this one paid so much better. So I was like, okay, like I can do it. But like after 1 year, I was like, wow, I hate doing this. This is the worst.
The furthest I ever worked from home was an hour drive, and the traffic was never bad. 42 knows her history. Don't let her out Texas you, Bard. Look, I live in Canada, Texas. We're already on equal footing.
Yeah, I live in Canada, Texas.
That's what a lot of people call Alberta, Canada, Texas. We got a lot of farming, a lot of cattle. We got oil. Like it's pretty much everything in Texas is here.
You have
Better.
rodeos?
Yep. The Stampede
Yeah.
actually happens in Calgary. It's called the Calgary Stampede once a year for like 2 weeks, I think. I don't go to it.
I love rodeos because it's the one time where I get to dress up as what everybody thinks Texans dress like every day. So like I get to dig my cowboy boots and hat out of storage, and I'm like, yeah, let's go.
My grandfather my grandfather used to wear cow boots all the time.
Cow boots?
Cowboy boots
Cowboy boots.
all the time.
They're comfortable. I wear them all the time.
He
too.
actually, the doctor had to take them from his hands and go, no, you have to wear sneakers now. Your feet, you can't have these.
Derringer sent me a picture of the Lost Art card, and it is absolutely stunning. I didn't know they'd be hollow. I thought they were just gonna be like a print, like a common print.
Nope.
Uh,
The
I'm gonna
alpha-
have to drive. I'm gonna have to drive hours now to go get one, Derringer.
Hours, Derringer.
I'm gonna have to.
You know there's this thing called Amazon, right?
Well, there is Amazon, but I mean, like, are people even selling these? I don't think so. Let's see.
I meant you can buy packs. I don't know.
Well, they don't come in. You get them from official tournament stores by buying Yu-Gi-Oh product.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that'd be different. They are the ultra rare. They are all ultra rare.
yeah, they're not even on Amazon. I'm looking right now. Like whenever I type it in, it's like, did you mean these portraits of Jesus? These portraits of Jesus Christ? And I'm like, what?
Yes, I
And
did.
then it's like theater in a museum. Let's see, The Lost Spells by Robert McFarlane and Jackie Morris. Art of the Heist. I see what it is. Okay, because I typed in Lost Art, so it's coming up with a bunch of. Okay, I see. I was wondering why. I'm like, I don't. What?
I don't understand.
I typed in the name of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Why are you giving me art books? And I'm like, oh, I get it.
Makes sense.
Uh,
My dog is staring at me. She's like, you guys are too loud. Mainly me. She can only hear me. But you're being too loud. Shut up. I'm trying to sleep for like 14 hours of this day.
I love how whenever dogs get older, they're just like lazier than me.
She's getting to that point where she's a lot more lazier than she used to be. I mean, she still has a lot
Yeah.
of play in her, but yeah, she's actually. Oh fuck! We didn't do anything for her birthday. Oh, her birthday was November 1st, and we didn't do anything for it. Oh, I feel like a bad mother now. She's 3 now, or 4. She's 3. Lulu, how
Wow,
old are
she's
you?
young.
She is, but I mean, she's older for a dog now. She's starting to get out of that puppy phase. A bit earlier than we were expecting.
Mine's been out of that puppy phase for a long time because she's 7. She's gonna be 8.
Oof.
So, you know, she's reached that point where she's like, I'm good. You know, like I'll throw her toys across the room, and be like, go get it, and she's like, nah. Like, if there's one positive about it, it's that it's really easy to teach her to stay. She doesn't
Stay.
want to move anyway.
Okay. Stay. I wasn't moving anyways. Can you get it? No. I stay.
It was funny because I'm trying to teach her with a treat. So, you know, like she perks up for the treat, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. Okay, now stay. And then like the moment I start backing away, she's like, oh, is this what we're doing? All right. She just like goes to sleep. She just like lays down like, okay. And I'm like, good girl, come get it. And she's like, no.
No. No, that's not, you come here, human.
Oh my god.
You come here.
Yeah.
I don't go to you anymore. I'm too old for this shit.
Oh my gosh, it's really crazy. She's a manipulator too, because she knows that if she doesn't go up the stairs, I will think there's something wrong with her hips, because I've always been scared about that because Rottweilers have hip dysplasia a lot of the time.
Oh.
So, you know, like a lot of the time she'll just like not move whenever we reach the stairs, and she knows I'm gonna carry her up.
Human, I am hurt. Yes. I'm in terrible pain. You should pick me up.
Yeah. It's, oh my gosh, it drives me crazy because I'm like, golly, I'm like, you know how to play me like a fiddle. And I found out that she was playing me because, you know, one day I'm walking towards the stairs, and my wife has like some groceries, and she's walking up the stairs, and she says, all right, would you mind helping me with the groceries? And I said, I can't. I have to carry Scout up the stairs. My wife is halfway up the stairs at this point, so she just like looks at her and she goes like, come on, Scout. And she just walks up the stairs. And I'm like, wait, what?
Have a good night, alternative night. Oh my god. Your dog.
See, alternative.
Your dog. Oh my god. Your
I'm
dog's
like, you
too
mean to tell me? I know. I'm like, this entire time you could walk up the stairs and I was carrying you up? You're 90 pounds.
You know how heavy 90 pounds is? My
Oh
dog
my
is
God.
50 or 60 pounds, somewhere around there, and she's heavy, but I still pick her up every once in a while just to be like, yeah, I can still pick her up. And she just stares at me like, please stop picking me up. But 1 puppy pull up, 2 puppy pull. Please put me down, human. Lulu, do you want to do puppy pull-ups? She was fast asleep. Her eye. I could just see the blueness of her one eye, and just like, what?
Is my favorite thing is whenever dogs give you the side eye. Like, they're like, I don't know what you said, but I'm not into it.
Whatever you said, no.
Like my favorite joke is, you know, whenever my cat Goblin is being annoying, I just like look at her and I'm like, you want to eat the cat? And she always gives me this look like, no, I love him.
I love that cat. What do you mean? I don't want to eat that cat.
I wish she would. 'Cause, yeah, Like, cause there's sometimes when I'm like, for example, yesterday we come back from a walk and the cat's just kind of like walking around, knocking stuff over, and I'm like, I give her a look like, girl, the cat's walking around like he owns the place. Go show him who's boss. And she gives me this look where she's like, he is, and I'm like, no, he is. Okay,
But he is that way.
Derringer.
Derringer.
Raven is arguing
with me. Tell him I'm older than he is. I don't know how old Derringer is.
In that case, it's safe to assume that he's older than Raven,
But younger than us.
but younger than us.
He's not.
He's
He's 28. Yeah, Raven's older.
Oh, in
And
that case,
even
no. Like,
and even Patience is older. Derringer, you're a baby.
Derringer, you're so much younger than me.
He's 28. I am not.
I am not.
I'm older. I'm 39. Oh God. Okay, so you're the same age as Keith Hill.
Yeah, well, that means he's older than me at this point. Holy cow.
Need a baby. Need a baby.
Oh, that says baby. I read babby. I'm like, what's a babby?
I think she might have threw my bees in. Don't make me call Stormy.
That's my age.
And yeah, baby. Baby Derringer. It's okay, you're not the youngest person in this community that I know of because Ghosting is 20. Call him. He's at a wedding. Make sure the ringtone is on and we have the most obnoxious thing. As the best man.
Oh, man. Does anybody keep their ringtone on anymore? Like, I feel like everyone just puts it on vibrate.
He'll fucking answer too. Oh my god. Hello? And do you blah blah take the yeah? No, Derringer's 28. Stormy. And I'm picturing Stormy in a nice tux with the mask on.
Yeah, same. That's exactly how I was picturing him.
Yep, so I picture Raven as a bird. Sometimes he's a human-sized bird, sometimes he is not. Do not track in my head. Derringer is just a floating head. He was wearing a tux in his videos. This is true. He was, but I'm like thinking like a really nice tux, like to the nines kind of tux with the tails.
To be frank, he is probably still wearing his Hawaiian t-shirt and his sandies. Hey, like comfort over anything is all I gotta say to that. Which also, I mean, Hawaiian t-shirts are so good for whenever it's hot.
Yeah.
And here in Texas, it gets really hot. So I own a bunch of them, and my favorite one has little Bulbasaurs on it.
Oh my god, I totally want to see a picture of that, man. You know how to be wearing it. I just want a picture of the shirt.
I wore it to work one time, and I can't tell you how much crap everyone gave me. They're like, wait, so, like, what's on your shirt? And I'm like, it's Bulbasaur. And they're like, is that
what?
Is that like a Pokemon? And I was like, it is like a Pokemon.
It is like a Pokemon, because it is Pokemon. It's Bulbasaur, number 1 in the entry. If I wore a fucking Pikachu, you would have known what that was.
Well, I mean, like somebody told my boss that I was wearing a Pokemon shirt, so whenever he came in, he's like, "Are those Pikachu's?" And I was like, "No, they're Bulbasaurs." But yeah, like, thank you for trying.
I say, looking at my Pikachu that's sitting there with its scarf and little hat on and holding its Pokeball, so you can't catch it. Next to my salt shaker. And elephant. I've got a giant little station here.
Guess I'm gonna have to post pictures of my Bulbasaur shirt because even Patience is like, I gotta see this.
Yeah, again, you don't have to be wearing it. You just have to take a picture of the Bulbasaur shirt. I refuse to
I
believe
think.
the Bard is older than me. The Bard is older than you. The Bard is
Oh
actually
yeah,
older than me
it's true.
by like 11 days.
Yeah, but like 11 days.
Just
It's
refuse
not
to
much
admit
older.
Raven's older than me. Yeah, he is also older than you by 2 years.
I refuse.
I just love it. Yes, Bard is actually older than me by 11 days, that son of a bitch.
It's true. Like whenever I found that out, I was like, wait a minute, that's the same month. That's the same year.
What the
I was
fuck?
like,
How is this possible? Of all the people.
I was like, this is incredible. Like if it had been the same day, I would have been like, okay, you know what? This is great. Like this is I gotta go buy a lottery ticket.
I met the person on the same birthday as me. I've only met one person with the same birthday, but not the same year as me. And he's my father-in-law. I was
Wow,
so
that's awesome.
upset when my husband told me that his dad's birthday was the same as mine. Though he can never forget either one of our birthdays, so it works out. Because he forgets
That's
one, he
true.
forgets the other.
What's it go? I did know somebody who had the same birthday as me back in like middle school, and I had the biggest crush on her. Like it was ridiculous. Like so like for my birthday, I was like, okay, so my birthday's the same as her birthday, so I always knew when her birthday was, and I was creepy about it because I would always bring her candy.
Now everyone's talking about how tall they are. Raven is 5'9". You're not 5'6".
Raven's about the same height as I am.
Yeah, I think we're the same height too. Because I'm 5'10".
Oh, yeah.
We're
Like
almost the same.
5'10".
we
The
almost have
5'10" is how tall I am.
We almost have the same birthday, born the same goddamn year, about the same height. What the fuck?
We have the same taste in music.
Yep.
Yep.
So I found my twin. He just happens to be a guy and was born in South America. It's all good.
No, Central America. Central America.
Central America?
You know.
Okay.
Yeah, Central America.
So even
You know, like, no,
Mexico in my head is South America, even though I know it's not.
It's south of America.
It is South of America, so I am right. It's just not South America.
I mean, you know, yeah.
Look, I live in Canada. The only thing below me is this meth lab. We've been trying to get rid of
like,
it for years.
I am the northest America that you can get.
I am. Actually, you can get a little more north than I am. I don't live in the territories, after all.
I mean, that is true. That is true.
I mean, you can go into Alaska. Alaska's very north.
Yeah, but Alaska is also like highly unpopulated for reasons.
Yeah, because it's cold.
Mostly for cold, yes, but also I don't know. I hear that they have like in America they have the highest percentage of like alien abductions per capita reported.
Meth lab. On that note, we should probably end the stream. We're at our 2-hour mark.
Thank you for joining us on the Accents, Power Talk, and Music stream.
And
Power Talk. I meant to say Power Tools.
Yep. Well, Power Talk too.
Power Talk.
Welcome to my cafe. Tomorrow downstairs, make sure that you hit Raven's stream, because I'm above his. I'm gonna go downstairs and go steal the coffee maker again. God damn it, Deirdre! You better not have broken the coffee maker again. I'm not done yelling. Yeah, so it was full of puns, talking about music, power tools, bunch of random stuff. But that's how this stream always works. Power Talk 2021.
Power Talk.
Thank you, Serafin the Midnight Bard, for joining me today.
Seraphine the Midnight Bard, aka Little Flip Flip, will catch you on the flip side.
Bye, everyone.